Over the past 4 days, I traveled southeast from Yellowstone National Park to Rawlins, Wyoming. This state, for me, was characterized by great roads with good shoulders, vast expanses, and tailwinds. I had a lovely couple of rest days here at Jenny Lake. The views of the mountains are incredible. I'm going to miss that quite a lot. Today I'm cycling away from the Tetons, continuing southeast through Wyoming to a town called Dubois. I've been told it's pronounced that way by the locals. It looks like the wind right now is blowing in the right direction, but we'll be keeping an eye on that the whole time. All right, let's do it. Here's our junction where we rejoin the Trans Am, put the GPS back on, and go back into crossing the country mode. All right, here we go. Next stop, Virginia. About 47 miles outside of Dubois. Basically, our day is going to be a climb way up, and then a descent. So climb like, I think, 20 miles, and then descend similarly. So yeah, just getting ready for that for my afternoon. Oh boy, that'll get your adrenaline pumping. I just passed a bear and a couple of her cubs right on the side of the road. Just kind of looked at each other. I moved over as far as I could, and we were totally cool. Easy peasy. Whew. Taking my lunch at the Continental Divide. Just a beautiful view from up here. Not 100% at the top of this thing yet. There's still a little bit more to go. But yeah, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Large land animals really spice up rides. Kind of sad I didn't get a shot of that bear, but kind of had to decide whether I wanted to reach for my bear spray or my camera, and it was just really close. Well, that's another divide. Doing this one every other day at this point. That was a great climb. That was around 20 miles of, either slightly uphill or pretty aggressively uphill. And the weather has been crisp and cool. And I think this is the highest elevation we've been so far on this trip. So, fun day so far. About 17 miles into Dubois. I don't know, feeling a little unmotivated. The descent's been really nice, but the weather's a little iffy, and I don't know, wind's kind of picking up in the wrong direction, but I'm eating a snack. Excited to get into Dubois. 17 miles, piece of cake. Just, gotta get some more sugar in me, I think is my problem. But, yeah. Well, now I just can't complain. Got a stiff tailwind and a slight downhill. I'm doing no work. And the landscape's beautiful and the weather's clearing up. I love that sign specifically points out that they have free Wi-Fi in the town park. What a charming detail. So my accommodations for the night are kind of fun. I called up this Episcopal church that hosts thru hikers and cyclists, and they said they were full, but what they did say they have is this guy. So I'm sleeping in the shed. Check this thing out. Very bare bones, but honestly also extremely comfy. So I've just got my mat on the ground and my bags and my bike over here. I hung up my tent to dry. I actually really needed it. Also needed to air out my towel pretty badly. But yeah, I mean, as a backup option from a shared community space, this kind of single occupant penthouse is actually quite a good deal in my opinion. So Happy to be here tonight. Excited to roll out tomorrow and get some more miles going through Wyoming. Today was a really good day. Got a little bit tired there, but it was also kind of a big day altitude-wise. So yeah, not being too harsh on myself and just gonna rest here. And tomorrow should be another good medium high mileage day. Morning from the shed. Gonna roll down the hill a little bit, get some coffee, maybe read a little bit. Today is supposed to be a pretty straightforward day. 75 miles rolling downhill mostly. And right now the winds look good. Knock on wood, but yeah, just gonna kind of take it easy this morning and hit the road once we get some groceries and some coffee. All right, just getting loaded up in Dubois. Got all my groceries and my food and my water, and I'm ready to hit the road towards Lander. Doing good. All right, rolling out of Dubois. That was a really fun hang here. There's a whole bunch of Continental Divide hikers that I just kind of have been bouncing off on this route, and some of them were here, and it's cool to see them and catch up. Yeah, the people here were really friendly. I'm all stocked up on food and water and ready for a downhill day. Really no complaints about how this morning's going. Super smooth road, actually a tailwind, actually downhill. Feels like cheating, but then again, y'all saw me dip that tire in the ocean, so to get up to around 9,000 feet, I clearly did some work and now I'm reaping the reward. Literally sailing along here, full sheets to the wind, getting so much help from that wind. What a magical day. Oh yeah, now we're getting soaked. Still pretty warm out here though, so gotta be honest, not the worst shower I've had this week. And now we air dry. Wow, today was such a joy of a ride. 75 miles, rolled into town around like 3:30, took that hour-long coffee break in the middle, just cruising. If every day were like that, I would do nothing but ride my bike. I think what I'm gonna do is make some early dinner under this shelter and set up my tent, put my stuff in it, and then just go for a walk and explore the area. This seems like a place that I'd really enjoy walking around, just kind of seeing the neighborhoods and the shops. So that's my plan for the evening. Good morning from this park in Lander. Today, the plan is to either go about 60 miles to this place called Jeffrey City, or maybe extend and do about 80 miles to this place called Muddy Gap. The reason I'd like to extend, if possible, is so that I can hit the end of this particular map, which is Rawlins, a little bit early in the day tomorrow. Wasn't able to find any laundry here in Lander, and it sure would be nice to hang out for a little bit in the afternoon after getting into Rawlins early. So that'd make tomorrow about a 40-mile day if I do a 80-something mile day today. So yeah, we'll see. I'm all stocked up on water and food and ready to go. And the weather's looking pretty good. The wind is supposed to turn really in my favor later in the afternoon, so I might hang out and have a pastry, drink a little more coffee, do a little bit more reading, and have a little bit of a late start today, trying to get the most out of these Wyoming winds. Just stopped and had a couple nice roadside conversations with people going westbound. Two of them, a couple miles apart. Wanted to know what the intel was on Yellowstone and told them about it. Told them about Jenny Lake. And I asked them what's ahead, and they said a church and a bar. Maybe a gas station. So yeah, not much till Rawlins. Confirmed. The big drama for the day is I think about 1,500 foot climb that takes us out of the basin back up to the kind of 7,000-ish foot range. I think this might be the start of it. I don't know, not sure. But looking forward to getting a good midday climb in. Oh yeah, this is definitely the climb. 1,400 feet over about 6 miles just popped up on my computer. So I tuck in and do it. Well, I've been blissfully enjoying this climb. A thunderstorm snuck up behind me. It looks like we might be doing a little bit of that for this climb, which is, I don't know, kind of fun. Don't hate it too much. We'll see. TBD. I called that storm mild and it immediately tried to blow me over. I don't know, it's a little freaky riding in this high wind, but gosh, the road does go with it up there, so if I can capitalize on this tailwind, that'd be pretty sweet. Well, for now anyway, seem to be headed in the right direction with the wind of that storm. Oh, getting pushed up this hill. Still just cruising, getting between 25 and 28 miles an hour out of her. Get wind this good, you gotta capitalize. Jeffrey City, Wyoming. This place is wild, like a legitimate ghost town. I think there's like one hostel here actually, but I'd have to search all of the abandoned buildings to find it. Wild. Cruising out of Jeffrey City, still getting a pretty comfortable 20, 21 miles an hour without really pushing too hard. I wonder what my miles per gallon of Nutella is today. Updating you on the insanely long narrative of will I ever actually hit this storm. Tailwinds died down quite a lot. Storm's up there. You know, I'm just puttering along. I've made so many miles today. I'm 10 miles out of where I thought I would stay the night ideally. I see no reason to run into that lightning storm. So, you know, keeping it real easy here and just kind of enjoying, oh, that's some nice lightning. Just enjoying the show in front of me. It might come for me, in which case I'll throw up my tent and, you know, ride it out, so we'll see. Felt a couple drops, got my prophylactics in place. All right, and that down there is Muddy Gap. Maybe there's a store or something, that'd be cool. I was honestly expecting to get here and then say, all right, let's do 40 more, but got a bit of a headwind going and yeah, I don't know, it was a bit of an uphill to get here. So I could definitely do it, but if there's a store and there's a comfy place to camp, I might just do this. It'd be the easiest thing. Muddy Gap might just be the most fun spot I've camped so far. It's just in bullshitting with the very charismatic shopkeep and all the regulars who'd come through. Super fun. All right, tonight we're gonna do loaded baked potatoes, some beanie weenies. I actually don't know what those are, but I have to assume it involves beans, and weenies. Probably. It's got protein in it. With a side of some chips. So, pretty basic dinner, but fitting for basic accommodations at the intersection of 3 roads. Got a bit of a windstorm going on here at Muddy Gap, but this is about as cozy as it gets, just sitting in the tent. It's blustery outside, but gonna sit down and do a little bit of work for the evening and then go to bed. Coming at you live from Muddy Gap, Wyoming. Yeah, I didn't sleep super great last night. It was pretty windy, and also the lights from the pumps, the gas station, were on all night, which makes sense because it's open all night. And I think my brain always thought it was about 5:30 in the morning because of the light. But yeah, I don't know, just made some coffee and some breakfast in my tent, which you should avoid if you can, but there was really good airflow on account of the wind coming through here. But yeah, today hoping to just get into Rawlins, so that's 43 miles from here. And right now I think the wind might be looking like it's against us, but honestly I just can't tell out here. I don't really have that sense, so I'm not going to worry about it. And yeah, gonna finish up my breakfast, do a little reading, hang out for a bit, and then take off towards Rawlins. Hopefully get there early enough that we can spend the afternoon taking care of chores. All right, it's just before 9 and I'm headed towards Rawlins. Got probably about 40 miles to go. Wind's pretty good, weather's pretty good, and Wyoming is still gorgeous. Miles to go to Rawlins. I think the deal is that I get over this little set of hills and then it's mostly downhill from there. Well, that's fairly expansive. Also another continental divide. I'm pretty used to these. Rolling into Rawlins. Gonna find a spot to do my laundry and then sit in the library for a bit and work on my video, release it, and then we'll be off to Colorado over this next week. I'll see you then.